Well, look at that. We all made it.
Barely.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. We didn't all make it. Patricio hit me up saying that he's not make it because power is out due to the hurricane. So,
Oh, wow.
so he's not going to participate. Okay, this is going to be a fun little ride for you, Andrew. If you've never traded this morning in the morning time.
I've been watching it for the last 20 minutes and I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
It's moving a little quicker than at night, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I haven't done anything. I've just been watching it. I'm like, yep, no idea what where I would buy, where I would sell. Nope. So
Well, you should have hit your trades last night. Did that happen?
yeah, made $52 last night.
Good.
Morning, guys.
Yesterday.
Morning.
Morning. Oh, jeez.
Well,
What's 7 o'clock in the morning look like for everybody? Let's see.
Not my
Oh,
favorite.
whoa, turn your video
that's
off.
what I was gonna say. It's a no video morning. So let's do a recap. Let's do the. So today so there's a couple things we need to look for today. One is news. So actually I'm gonna have Andrew, why don't you share your screen and go to the internet and go to fxstreet.com. Let's first look at the news before we get going.
I thought I did share my screen.
And this is something that you should do every day before you trade in the morning. Well, oh, where did that go?
Had to trade a little bit out of those buys last night.
No, you didn't. You could have held them. They would have hit.
I had to trade a little bit out of them.
Hit.
It just got nervous and then it went down like 20 pips. And then I just but I scaled in some of those trades and made like $40.
Good. But if you would have held on to them, they would have hit.
Yeah.
Would have gone to bed.
Where am I going?
Okay, go to FX Street and go to economic calendar.
Okay.
And then, oh wait, you got to go to fxstreet.com, then economic calendar.
Sorry. What is it?
FX Street.
FX Street.
Yep.
.com.
Yep.
Okay.
And then just cancel that.
Yeah.
And then go to economic calendar.
Maybe to my other screen because I got my big screen. All right.
Right
Sorry.
there.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then what I like to do is change the time here. Unless you know how to do the math, and then just scroll down to, well, oh, right here, I guess.
Mountain Standard. Okay. See if my brain's not working yet.
All right, so here in about what, 10 minutes? And that, I mean, it's just saying that we could, it's not meaning he's going to talk in 10 minutes, but we could, and that's a pretty big news event chatter. But usually with news events, when they talk, it's what they say that moves the markets, not when they say it. And so it could move depending on what he says. That makes sense. Where if you get like, that's a speech, where if you get like a report on the dot, on the nose at 7:30, that news event's going to happen, the report's going to be released, and the action will take place depending upon the report. So that's why speeches are a little tricky, because it's like I said, it's what he says, not when he says it. With the report that goes out, it's when the report goes out. So we have some news we have this talk, we have the 7:30 news event. So scroll down a little bit more, or sorry, kill your ad. We can see if there's anything else that's going to happen during our trading session. So another talk at 8, another speech, 8, a couple of them. So we got some pretty fun news today. Hopefully that makes for some good volatility, and not just like a runoff where it just goes in one direction. But we got to be careful with that. So I think today the biggest key here is to trade light, so that if we get caught in the opposite direction because of a news event, we can recover on that. All right, so just got to know that in the next at 7:15, 7:30, and at 8 o'clock could be some fun stuff. So let's go back to your trading, and I'd rather have you trade than me trade. Pete, it's very possible I have seen you more than my family over the last 12 hours. I like it, Josh's family. All right. As it's pulling, as it's coming down, let's go ahead and throw a few buys on. Let's go ahead and buy into this, but we're gonna, just because I see the opportunity right there, as it keeps coming down, if it crosses this, we'll continue to buy down to here. Now I want to pull back. I want to pull back a little bit, Andrew, if we can see. Hold on,
You're gonna like see my chin.
Okay.
My
I'm just-
screen is
I just had some cells on that I'm filling off right now. Really
sorry. But what?
slow. I hate when you close all, it's just so slow. And I just was closing out of some cells right there.
Okay.
Personally, now I'm going to focus on you guys, and I'm out of trading, and I made quick 100, just like 150 bucks there. So, all right. Real quick, where are you starting at? Is cool with us? Nope, not yet.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Oh,
here.
you're here? Okay, where are you starting at? Cool.
I went up pretty. I was able to make up my last, so I'm at 50.43.
Nice. So you ended last night's session at 50.43. Is that because you hit the? Did you hit the trades we were talking about?
Yeah.
Nice. Dad, where are you at this morning?
10,709.
10,709. Andrew, where are you starting at?
48-41.
Okay, and Jimmy.
So maybe a little bit of
56, 55, 54.
Okay. Good. All right. Okay, so let's go throw a few more buys on down here at the low. And we're gonna look at, while we're doing that and we're waiting for the price cycle to come back up, let's measure our price cycles and let's see what our trend is, what our bias is, all that kind of stuff.
Where do you want to measure from?
So let's go ahead and widen our view a little bit. So we can kind of see. And then zoom out with the, let's minimize your order list as well. Zoom out with the minus key, the keyboard.
With the minus key.
Yep. Okay. Keep going a little bit more. There we go. All right. So this kind of gives us an idea of what it's been doing since we last saw each other. When we last saw each other last night, I think we were kind of, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was kind of right in here is what was happening last night. And it could have been even down here. Could have been right here. But anyways, it was trading, it was coming down. So it's kind of done this little thing where we've had that where it's come down, hit this trend right here, and it's gone up. So we're kind of in a little bit of an uptrend, but obviously the overall for days it's been down, right?
Yep.
And so we're right up against this trend line. So go ahead and throw another buy on. So because of the volatility today, we're gonna not our layers, we're gonna reduce our layers. So instead of normally putting like 4 on, we're gonna put 2 on, and for a layer, because of we're trading in heavy volatility. So we're not gonna go as heavy, we're gonna keep it light, but we'll pick up more gains. And if we need to fix some of our trades, we'll have more bullets to do so. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna probably play this trend up just on the trends. So we'll hopefully it'll kind of trade for the next hour this way. As we get to the lower of this box, and as we get to the upper ranges of that box, we'll kind of trade lightly and expect and trade for a breakout. All right, so as this pops up, we're gonna wanna, if it pops up just a little bit more, okay, zoom in really quick. Right here's our action. So that was kind of a big candle. So I'd expect it to pull back down, and we probably should have peeled off. All right, if it comes up to here and it stalls, we're gonna get ready to close things. But what we probably should do is recycle some of these trades up there. So you got to be really, really quick. Like right here is where you should have closed everything on the stall. But
Right.
you're learning, so we're gonna that's why I'm like in the evening it's better for learning, because you got to be quick on the execution, because right here's where you should have closed, and then you could have got back in right here. Does that
Gotcha.
make sense?
Yeah.
And then that would have been like a recycle or a 2x your trades. Okay.
So we're
We're
just gonna
1
watch
minute,
it,
1
see.
minute away from the start of the speech. So it could just, or it could do.
So right where it's like getting up there now. just
It's either
kinda
gonna
watch
go
that
up,
candle.
down, or sideways.
Can you make those sounds again, David, please?
It's my MT4 sounds.
So
Yes,
we're watching
Josh
this
says-
candle right now, right?
Josh says he guarantees it that it's gonna go right. That's a guarantee. It's gonna go to the.
So is this where I want to get out right now? Where it's
Right here is our action point.
okay,
So remember what an action point is?
where it's going to decide whether it's going to keep going up or start going down.
Yeah. Well, it's your decision point in the
Okay.
market.
Oh,
Right.
it's
I guess-
my action point. Not,
Yeah, it's your
okay.
decision point. I guess right here could be one too. So, so because we got these wicks coming in, it's gonna, it has to cross this with the body really quick. So
So right there.
hold on. Let's see if it'll cross with the body.
Okay.
And this is what I'm looking for, to cross with the body.
See, this is where I struggle, because it's like, because like I'm watching this number down here, and you know it hits 46. I was like, okay, that's as high as it's gone. I should probably get out now. But then as soon as I'm like, no, I'll hold it for another second to see if I can get it past the 50 mark, and then it's like, oh shit, now it's gone down to.
Yeah,
18.
don't look at it in terms, in fact, don't even look at this number, only if you're trying to break even, right?
Okay.
But I think sometimes as new traders, it invokes a psychological aspect of trading that we don't want to incorporate, which is I just needed to hit $100. I needed to hit a $50. We don't need the market to do anything. We just need to take what the market's going to give us, right? And so if that's $3, take it. If it's $100, take it, right? And so right here on that action point, you see how it stalled? We should have gotten out right there. So that's why I'm like, but let's wait until this candle forms. Now you got 30 seconds. Let's see if it'll break it. If not, if it comes down, let's throw one more buy on, because I think it's going to test that. If it does drop, throw another one on.
Right now.
Yeah. Because it's kind of a bigger candle. So if it retreats all the way up and stalls, get out of everything. Let me test that. I didn't like how the body closed there. I thought it was gonna kind of retrace back. All right. So again, Andrew, I want you to do this execution because you're fast. You'll be faster than me telling you.
Right.
If it comes up here and stalls,
Yeah.
get out of here.
That's what I'm watching for now, is waiting for that.
Because there's about 3 times in this move right here that we could have recycled our trades and we could have 3x'd it if we were faster.
Right.
So what we don't want is the body to cross here, because if the body crosses that point, then we got to adjust our trades to sells and wait for it to
Spike back up.
yeah, price cycle back up. All right, so if it crosses here with the body of the candle, that means we're going to get the price cycle back up. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and measure price cycle while you're watching that. Make sure you execute on that. I'm going to see what our price cycles are right now. Looks like they're about 8 to 10. The price cycle.
It's crazy how fast this is going this morning. Like, this is so right there.
I'd say that your 15 and 16s are 2 price cycles. Yeah, it's a lot faster. Oh, did you get out?
It did. It hit right there, and I think I
That's
got
fine.
out.
So now,
So made another 25 bucks on today. So
okay, so you just took a few losses because of it retraced. Let's do this for you. Let's go ahead and switch your templates. Jimmy and Cool, I don't know if you need to do this, but Dad and Andrew, let's go ahead and change it to the 3-pip template.
that's in Trader Agent, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be easier when it just hits the take profit. and we don't have to deal with slippage.
And then which one?
The 3 take profit set. All right, and go ahead and throw a buy on right there.
Just the one?
Yep. Just because, and then do it again. Just because if it breaks lower, we'll want, go ahead and do it again, buy down to here and then stop buying. So go ahead and buy
Keep
again.
going.
Yeah, like never double stack it in the same exact spot, but if it bounces down and you can get another one on, yeah. But it makes no sense to put it in the exact same spot. So this, what we just did here is that it'll come up and take profit immediately, and instead of like stall and take them out and then slippage, like we got these losses right there. That makes sense.
Okay.
So it kind of helps us a little bit inside of this type of a trading range when we're dealing with 5 to 8 pips. We go for 3. It's not, we don't need it to fully execute 100% on the price cycle in order to take our profits. So, and the other thing that we can do now is you can drag your take profits up or down depending on where you want them to be. So like this guy, if it doesn't hit, let's go ahead and drag it up to put it just right underneath that right there. So I don't think you can grab the take profit itself. Maybe you can.
Can you grab it there?
Yeah, and then move it just slightly up. So it's right underneath the body of that.
It doesn't like me doing that.
Oh, did it give you a?
Oh,
It did it.
No, I think it did it.
Yeah, it did it. So that's perfect. Whereas these guys right here, this one, I'd probably pull it down a little bit so that it doesn't have to cross the body of that blue candle in order to hit your take profit. But so like right now, I'd probably just close out. Just close out of those guys. Close all. Oh, no. Well, you gotta be quick. Name of the game is speed.
I know, but I'm like looking at 3 different things at the same time.
I know.
and to you
I
at
know,
the
that's
same
why,
time.
that's, again, we're changing from the evening to the morning.
Yeah.
right?
No, this is good.
And so, yeah, I would go short here. So let's go ahead and throw a few cells on. We're doing the same type of thing. And then your chart's getting pretty messy. So let's clean up your object list.
Object list, there it is.
I wish that maybe some of you guys, does anybody know how to not have that display, not have your, you know how to turn that off? The winning and losing.
Yeah, it's called alveol.
Yeah. Thanks, Will. Oh, you think that's a trader agent thing?
Delete, right?
Yeah. Is that trader agent thing? I thought that was a MT4 thing. I'll dig into to see where that is. Okay, throw a few more cells on. So now we're gonna sell, but we're gonna go light because again, if it pops this, it could run up a little higher. So I don't want to go too heavy here, and it just in case it pops the top, because remember we're dealing with somebody talking. So any moment if we see a spike, that means that a spike in any direction, that means he just said something that the market either rallied behind or disagreed with. So at any point you could see a huge candle come out of nowhere. And if we're on the opposite side of that candle, okay, well, let's talk about that for a second. If you see a huge candle come out of nowhere, what do you want to do? I'm not going to ask Andrew this because he probably doesn't know, but I'm going to ask Cool. I'm going to ask Cool this. If you see a huge candle come out of nowhere, what's your action? What action do you take as a trader?
No, zero take profit type of thing.
It's panic. You want a zero take profit on. So that's why I was trading with a zero take profit at first, but I think trying to just wobble through this, it's good to have a take profit on as you're new and you're getting your feet settled. All right, Jimmy, do you know the answer if you see a huge candle expand out of nowhere?
Ate it.
Yep. And for those of you guys who heard him correctly, he said fade it, not ate it.
I ate it. I ate it up.
So let's say that it just drops on us like all the way down to here in one candle. This is one of my favorite moves. It's called an abnormal candle. Now, with news events, it's not abnormal, it's normal. Okay. When it's a news event, it's now normal. However, usually on news events, it could turn into one candle, then it could turn into two candles. So you wait until you get that stall. As soon as you get that stall, you buy, you take the opposite direction of that candle. See, just like that. So go ahead and sell. You take the opposite direction of that candle, and it could run up again, could bounce up again. You take the opposite direction of that candle because a lot of times you'll get that pullback to at least 50%. So if you're trading with zero take profit and you see how that just touched it right there at the 50% mark and it's going to go back up, that's exactly what typically happens. You get at least 50% of a pullback on that candle, typically, right? Sometimes you'll get 100% pullback, but you'll at least get 50%. And so that's how we trade those candles. Now, this big candle, our spread, holy cow, what's our spread, guys? Oh, it's not too bad. Why is it not taking your profit? I should be taking profit there. That's weird. All right.
I lost my account info. That's on Trader Agent.
It took
5
it did
minutes.
take the 1 day.
Yeah, I did, but it had to go way past it to take it, which is not typical. It should hit the line. All right. So we're see how these candles are starting to just wick out. It's saying we don't really have a direction, and it's responding to the news when you see candles going like this, like the candle, not candles, but the candle going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like it doesn't have a clear direction on what it wants to do. So that tells me that when I start seeing that action, that that would probably want to look for an opportunity to go start getting light. Now you are really light, so that's not a problem. But for those of you guys who aren't light, you probably should look for opportunities to lighten your positions. And trade light, because like I said, here coming up at 7:30 in 1 minute, we have some more news coming out. So
I throw on another buy here, another sell.
no, because you don't have enough room. Well, measure it and make sure. I would like it to have at least 3 pips here, but you got to have got to be able to close out if it comes and touches the bottom. So you don't have enough room. If you take a buy on the bottom of this, do you have enough room for a take profit at the top? You probably do. So I would probably just wait until the candle gets a little bigger. So if it comes up here, sell. If it comes down here, buy.
Yeah, I meant sell. I didn't mean to say buy.
So, but your action point is and go ahead and throw a sell on. Right now, your action point is right here. If it doesn't cross this, then it's probably going to move higher, and we probably want to get out of our trades. So again, look for that action point right there. If it's not going to cross, I just close out, but
Close out on everything and take the loss.
yes, but wait for a second. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, if it comes down, like it's struggling to cross this. So I'm almost feeling like we need to be in some buys, so. But we'll see. This is the last attempt, really. So if it stalls, go ahead and close out. Go ahead and close out. All right, now let's flip into some buys. If it does go lower, just on a candle wick, go ahead and close out, or not close out, but if it does go lower, like right now, I could throw some more buys on. So these buys are now gonna fix those losses that you had.
Right.
Stop.
Let's move this take profit line right here down to the top of that body of that candle.
This one down.
Yeah, let's move it down to the blue, right underneath the body of the blue candle.
Which is that.
Yep, and then let go. I didn't like it because you're so close. Sometimes if you're too close, like you can't move it inside the spread. So you just have to take it manually, but
okay.
If it comes up there and solved, and let's get out of my drawings. So I would probably hover over this X over here. It'll execute quicker.
Hover over the X. This one.
This one down here.
Down there. Okay. My screen's too big. I can't find everything.
I don't think, as a trader, I don't think we ever have heard that before. My screen's too big. Try trading on Jimmy's screen. No,
I just hooked up a 32-inch TV.
Yesterday I was trading on my
laptop.
phone while I was I was not driving, but while I was on the passenger seat. So that's a small screen. You had to like zoom in, pinch in. All right, so let's see again. If it comes up here, let's close out.
Okay.
Of that buy. If it comes down here, let's throw a few more buys on right now.
Throw some on right now.
Uh-huh. And then go ahead and throw another one on.
Yeah.
So if it holds this,
Another one there.
yep, we're gonna build into some buys, looking for a balance point off of here.
Another one
We
there.
got some news events happening, probably coming up, or maybe this is still got the talking head. All right, so we're not in too heavy still, which is good. So in case it does break, but let's go ahead and pull this guy down and this guy down to here.
Both of them.
Yep, just right there. Right underneath that blue candle. Yep, there you go. And then let's pull this guy up to right underneath that green.
Right up to where?
Right there, underneath that green guy.
Which green guy? There's lots
Better
of green guys.
hurry, let go. Oh, you missed it.
So I couldn't. there's lots of green lines. I couldn't see which one we were looking.
Oh, the one where I was drawing the orange line. So, yeah, that's okay.
So
Just wanted to maximize your profit potential. All right, throw a sell on. Throw a couple cells on. And why didn't your take?
there.
I would get out of your buy this guy right here. I don't know why it didn't sort of close out right here. Or that works. Now throw a sell on. How are you guys doing? Cool. How you doing? You with us? You're muted, but I saw your thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm good. Trying to look at two screens here.
Jimmy?
Yeah, doing good. Let's see. Well, still counting last night, but up 147.
Nice. Dad?
150.
Nice. Cool. What are you up?
249.
Huh? How much?
249.
Woo, big winner.
Ooh,
Big money. He's going big. He's swinging
heavy
big.
D.
Andrew's like, oh.
108. What?
All right, so here's the decision too. Andrew's in a $5,000 account at 108. That is roughly 2% on a $5,000 account. So the decision now is you've hit your goal. Do you stop trading for the day? Now, because we're trading together, I'd say we keep going. But if you were alone, you could stop and say, okay, I hit my goal. I'm done. I'm good. I'm out. And that's a great trading day that we just had. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if I was by myself, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. I can hit my goal. I'm out. Right. And honestly, between last night and tonight, I'm sitting on the day for me, I'm close to 20%. Almost. So that's a good day. So I probably don't need to trade. And that's a really powerful psychological tool to have in your back pocket, is that you don't need to trade. Right. And you shouldn't want to trade other than, I mean, I would say, Andrew, you need to trade as much as you can, as often as you can, just for experience. Right. But there does come a point in everybody's trading where you need to just get out, get in, or get in, get out, get done. Right. Because the longer that you sit in the market, the higher probability it's going to do something that you didn't think it was going to do. And then you'll have to recover your trades. So that's why I like to just get in, get out, get done. There's also, see, it should hit your take profit and take it. So it's not, but I would have closed out of those trades right when it comes down to there. Now, because it didn't, you might manually need to close those, or if it pops up into here, go ahead and throw some more cells on, like right now. Yeah. And then if it doesn't, just close out of everything if it comes down into that range. Yep, you got it. Keep going. No, don't close. Do not close.
Keep looking at these cells.
Yeah.
No.
All the way up to there. So, Dad, the question for you is, if you're still only at $100,
150.
What?
150. Anyway.
Yeah. What's your lot size?
0.15. So we said it, last night.
Okay. You're fine. Thought you were, so Cool's just putting more trades on than everybody. Or he traded last night.
I traded last night.
Okay. That's why you're up
Mhm.
about $100 on everybody.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I'm going to look at some of your guys' chats, see if there's any questions or comments. All right, go ahead and throw a few more on. Now, you're gonna wanna raise these take profit or take profit. Let's move this guy. Let's move them up to about right here. That's good. Move those up to there. All right, go ahead and throw another sell on. And if it breaks above this, right here, which I'm waiting for and anticipating it to do. So what the best case scenario here for those of you guys with zero take profits is for it to come down here, take our take profits here, and then get into some buys and see if we can't get it to cross that and run up. So that's what I would try to work on if it'll give us that. If you're into sells and it runs up, then that's a totally different play than it coming down. So that's, I'm like, if it comes down, I'd get out and get into buys. I just, everything, it's telling me that we're going to see a break to the higher side.
Is that because it's those testing 1, 2, 3,
Uh-huh.
and there's 4? Is that why?
So again, I'm not saying let's be aggressive about it, but it might not give us if it comes down into here, right here, you might want to just throw a few buys on. And then get ready to come over here. Oh, you don't have it on your script. We need to, Andrew, you need to stay after class so we can give you your closed sells and closed buys.
He's got to stay after class. That's
Yes.
It's been a minute since I heard.
Trouble.
That's always directed towards me. I'm not sure why.
I like the comment Josh says, he says that when we were talking about not trading, over trading, he's like, that's how you get addicted. But you got to trade until you give it all back. All right. So what I don't want it to do is that right now. So did you throw a buy on?
No, because it didn't drop down to the orange line.
Oh,
So this is what I was waiting. This is what I anticipated happening. So hopefully somebody took advantage of that move. Go ahead and sell that. Let's fade that.
Sell.
Yeah. Well,
I like
wait
that.
until it stalls. So go ahead and sell now. Let's move that green line down if we can. So this is the disadvantage of having a take profit. I mean, it's never a bad thing right there. About 50%. Never a bad thing to take profit. But now we got to fix these guys because we didn't get out.
Why did it not move? Try it again.
I don't know. We should have Andrew do that for sure.
What am I doing?
Oh, it's an investor profile to see what type of. All right.
we're in trouble.
Yeah, I called that, so probably should have switched sooner than we did. Okay, go ahead and throw some more cells on. Let's see if we can fade that, see if we get a retracement off of this move. Wait a minute, it could be a news event. It could keep going. So again, this is what I'm talking about. We made our 2% here and now we're giving it all back, right? So that's what I'm saying. There's power in being done, getting in, getting out, and getting done. However, I would have switched my positions, and we probably should have done that, like right here on that stall, closed out and bought in. But you have to be really quick in order to do that. Now, Andrew, we're going to have to switch you to a zero take profit because you're not going to be able to fix these unless you do. So go ahead and switch your template to a zero take profit because we're going to need to take more than $3-4 here in order to fix these trades, unless it comes and shoots all the way down, which I doubt it. At this point, I doubt it. We could get it to come down to here, but this is probably where I want to buy.
How do I switch it to a zero take profit? Is that in trade agent?
Yep. So Nick, did you get out? You should have got out on
Right.
your zero take profit buys.
1 minute zero take profit.
Mm-hmm. Because now's the question: is it going to give us that full retracement? Nice. So what we're looking for is a Fibonacci now, right? And so the fib levels are, if it crosses over, I'm not going to give you all of them, but if it goes over 33% of this move right here, then the chances of it going 50% is really high. If it crosses over 61.8, which is right there, then the chances of it going to 100% retracement is pretty high. So if it crosses this line right here, it's probably going to come down to there. So what if it, go ahead and throw a sell on right now. I think we'll at least get a 50% move, 100%, maybe not. Go ahead and throw another sell on. So what we're doing here is we're going to fix these trades down here by capitalizing on the profit that we get all the way down, hopefully somewhere in here. And if it shoots up like that, go ahead and sell again. And then if it shoots up, we will have to, at some point, we're going to have to switch into buys and yet let our buys fix ourselves. So go ahead and sell again. But we're pretty light. We're still light. You got one lot on. So trying to see where our next support is, which is coming up right. I got another 5 pips to go. The way to, oh, now we're hitting our stop losses. Okay, so, oh, it's not fun. All right, so we're going to want to peel off on the next price cycle down. We're going to want to peel off some of these. Nope, just took it. This is what happens during the daytime and news events. You can get 50 pip runs, and if you're on the wrong side of it, that's what happens. So now that we're just gonna probably settle down here for a second. See how you just gave all that back to the market?
Yeah.
I'm crying inside.
Yeah, so the name of the game here was we weren't fast enough to execute on this, and that comes with skill level, because I saw that happening, but I couldn't tell you guys to execute quick enough. Does that make sense? So I was like, okay, we want to get out of our sells here and build into buys because it's going to pop. And then guess what happened? It popped. So now we got to make up the $200 that we lost. And I'm not, the thing that we're in right now is called an outside range. When you're in an outside range, it means that you have no information to the left of you that's going to tell you where you should get support and resistance, right? Where right here, you're kind of normal trading, you know, it's got to cross this to get that, got to cross this to get that. Well, you don't have that. And so we need to wait just for a little bit to start looking for that. Now, and I'm also going to wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this blue to cross this with the body. If it crosses that with the body, then that means that it's gonna start its downturn. Let's clear your objects up while we're waiting for that to happen. I like that. The candles of unusual sizes, they don't exist. Okay, the other thing that too on here is that if your price cycles are between 15 to 20 and your stop loss is 40, that's too small of a stop loss because you need to be able to withstand 3 price cycles and have it come down 1 price cycle. So you need, if it runs, so if you're trading light and it runs against you 80 pips, it could come back. That's 3 price cycles. 1 price cycle is 60, back down to 60, which is going to save you quite a bit. All right, so we could be getting our turn here. Once it crosses this, we're going to throw some cells on. John, the outside range happened once it crossed over here. Once it broke out, because this is your range. This is the range that it was trading in. Once it broke above this, this now becomes an outside range because it's outside of this range. And anytime it gets to the into an outside range, anytime it gets to an outside range is the best strategy for me if I'm not taking advantage of it. No, I'm pretty sure that mine and Sean's definition is spot on because anytime and out, this is the range that was trading in. When it breaks out, that's an outside range. So that's the definition of an outside range, is when it goes outside the range. So I don't know what your definition is, but anytime it trades outside a range, that's an outside a range. Well, I mean, it could be a lower, it could be because it breaks out of the range. Now it doesn't have to break out this hard, but it just, if it goes low, that's an outside range, right? And it's trading outside of the range that it was trading in. Yeah, a breakout is also considered an outside range, right? Because it's outside the range. However, you have different variations of an outside range. If you have no data left to the left of your screen, that's the one that I'd hate trading in. But technically, if it breaks lower and you have data over here, it's still an outside range, but it's it could create a new range, right? Like a breakout and a consolidation. So technically an outside range is anytime it trades outside of its normal range that it was trading. So a breakout creates an outside range. However, the outside ranges that are, okay, go ahead and start throwing some cells on.
I did. I'm just waiting for it to bounce down a bit more.
Yeah, if it pops up a little bit, that's better because I don't like putting cells on at the end of a journey, right? So if it pops up a little bit, throw some more cells on. We're gonna probably try and see the action. Here's your action point. Right here. This is your action point. If it comes down here and stalls, we'll need to just we'll need to peel off right here. And probably look for a bounce. So I'll probably get into some buys down here. Again, it's struggling to kind of cross this line right there. Well, happy trading. Hopefully things go good, get better. Nice. These moves don't bother me as long as you're ready for them. And I feel like had we just traded a little quicker, we would have caught that move and everybody would be happy campers. But yeah,
So do you
that
want
was
to
the
ride in
key.
this, or do you
The
want to
key,
put on some
key today
buys?
was not going heavy, was not being heavy, right? To kind of fix this. All right, if it crosses here, we probably could get a full retracement. But I don't think it's going to cross. So let's go ahead and close our trades here.
All of them?
Yeah. Close all and then get into some buys. See you guys. Have fun trading today. Oh, no, you're fine, John. I don't consider you trolling. All right, so same thing. We're going to buy all the way down to here because we're kind of in at the end of a price cycle. And so the odds of it going up before it comes all the way back down are much greater than it just going all the way back down. So that's what I'm, so go ahead and throw another buy on. And our action point for these buys, it's kind of hard to see because we don't have a lot of information here. So I'd probably say right here, just a price cycle. And if it pops down to here, we're going to continue to buy. All right, so Andrew, so far, you like trading the morning or the night?
Well, there's definitely a lot more activity in the morning, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you definitely have to be really, really quick, right? That's why I
Yeah.
chose to start with the evenings, but I just couldn't do it, man.
It's hard listening, watching, switching between two
Oh,
screens. So
Absolutely.
let's do another one.
Well, I'm not sure if I follow that last comment. Nick, it says ask him again sometime later. Oh, gotcha. Ask Andrew if he likes the evening or the morning. Got it. All right. So again, now our action point is right here. As it dropped down a little bit, is this is our action point. So if it comes up here and doesn't cross this, then we want to close out and get into sells.
Okay.
But if we had a wider stop losses, we would have fixed all of our shorts here and gotten out, right? So maybe that's what we need to do for another session.
So you're saying close out there?
No, I'm saying this is your action point. See how it just crossed that?
Oh, okay.
So it just ignored that. So that's a good thing. But it's coming back down. So if it would have stayed above it with the body, that would have been good because it means it would have climbed up another leg higher. Still could, but it came down and sat right on that point, right on that line. Do you know what I mean? So what I mean by an action point is that you need to watch the action of the candle. And if it stalls, get out. If it ignores it and keeps going, then keep it in. But obviously it came back down, stalled, but that's a quick execution. As soon as it came back down and stopped, that's when you should have gotten out, right?
Right.
And flipped into sells. You don't have very much time to execute in the morning.
Yeah, I missed the sales part. Excuse me.
Sometimes if
I-
you can't get out, sometimes it's good just to throw a few cells on, right? And so you're playing both sides and get into hedges.
Yeah, see, I closed out on that stall, but was too slow on my sales.
Let's go ahead and throw some buys on. And if it comes up to here, again, that's your action point. If it keeps going down, throw more buys on.
What do you think we should change our stop losses to? You said 3 price cycles.
Yeah, a little bit larger than 3. So
That's one thing that's been killing me over the last couple of weeks is stop losses. It'll turn around after it picks me out.
it should not be killing you if you're not trading the morning. If you're
Well, no,
trading,
I have been trading in the morning on my other account.
okay. I would never, I usually 40 is good enough. But if you're struggling, if you're hitting 40, then you are not getting out of your trades quick enough. So you just need to be able to withstand stuff like this just happen, but that doesn't happen normally. So if you're hitting your stop losses, then you're missing your decision points to get out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unless you see a run like this, just straight up for 50 pips, which it does happen, but that's not normal, right? It's not normal trading. All right, go ahead and throw a few more buys on. We're going to buy it all the way down to this line. And we're go ahead and let's get a little bit heavier here on our buys so that if it comes up to here, it'll fix everything. Did anybody get out here and flip the sells?
I got out, but yeah, just didn't execute flipping the sales.
Are you into buys right now?
Yeah.
What about you, Cool? Did you do that?
Yeah,
Did you get into
I only,
sales?
I only got a couple sales there, but I just pulled out about $5 each.
Okay.
I gotta run, Dave.
Okay.
Same time tomorrow.
Same time, same channel.
All right, guys, take care.
See you,
Right.
cool.
Be cool.
Cool.
See, that's it for major news events, right?
I think so. So Guess, I mean, John just says feds are speaking. Yeah, that's the thing. When feds speak, it could be like an all day thing. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be all day today, but like when they have summits and things like that, like the Jackson Hole Summit, that's like a long, you never know when it's gonna pop. Some people will actually listen to it. And if you've never done that, that's kind of interesting. When you listen to the speech and then you pick up on keywords that they say or what they don't say. Sometimes it's not what they say, but what they don't say. And the market spikes. Then you start learning, oh, that's what made the market move. So in 10 minutes or in 4 minutes, we have John saying somebody's talking, and in 15. I thought that was like he was supposed to be talking a minute earlier, but who knows? According to FX Street, he was supposed to talk an hour ago. All right, so if we can get it to cross this, this is our new action point. We want it to cross this to get to there. And I just threw a few buys on my account because I couldn't pass the opportunity to gobble up some profit. Okay, so it didn't cross. Doesn't mean it won't, but it just didn't right there.
So I got out of those buys.
It's not bad because you could recycle, and I'd probably throw some more back on if you want, or you could be done trading, but we're trying to recover our losses. Probably needed to come back up into here in order to
Needing to recover, so I threw a couple more on.
yeah.
But I'm probably not going to recover what, $500 in this session though, right?
You lost 500 or 200?
Well, was it? I don't know. I'll have to look. Let me see.
It's over 200, but I don't think it was 500.
Jeez.
282.
Okay, yeah, 282.
Right. You might, if you're.
Saying there's a chance.
So I'd throw a few more buys on as it comes down. Go ahead and throw one more on, Andrew.
Okay.
Means if you get a 10 pip run up, should be making a couple $100. And a 10 pip run up would put us, has to break the top of that candle. And if it comes up to here, like I'm talking about, that could, it won't fix your losses, but it'll put a good dent in it. And again, if it does break lower, have a good day, John. Thanks for joining us this AM.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing how fast it is though. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, in the time that we were watching it, go 10-20 cents at night, it's moving, $1 or $2.
Yeah.
So
I'm just kicking myself because I saw this move happen. I even called it. We just didn't execute on it quick enough. I'm like, it's gonna break out to the top. We need to get out of our cells and get into buys. And I was hoping it would just come down a little bit more, and it didn't. But sometimes that's a hope where if you feel that it's gonna happen, you just do it anyways. It would have been better for us to cut our losses and flip, right? Because I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
That just comes with experience and feel the market.
Well, we were also talking right then about, you could be done for the day right there because we've made our 2%. And
Right.
so, and then it just happened. So
Exactly. And again, it did exactly what I said, where
Right.
the longer you're in the market, it's going to do something that you didn't expect it to do, right? Which it did.
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. It's just,
But yeah, you have to go through a
Hmm.
bunch of these things to understand that it does that, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But like I said, if it can, this is our action point here. We needed the body to close above this. If the body closes above that, then we're in business. But you see how it just didn't?
Yep. But it could on this one.
Could, yep.
But-
So this is a good sign if this closes above that. If it doesn't, then it's gonna price cycle back down. So we want this candle to close above that in 20 seconds.
It looks like this is becoming what this was over here, right?
Yeah, that's called a consolidation.
Consolidation.
The more it goes this way, the more consolidation that happens. And then the market always moves in periods of expansion and contraction. So you got consolidation, and then you got expansion, right? It's proven fact that it sits in consolidation way more than it expands. And so like we just made our 2% in this stuff, most traders try to position themselves for the breakout. But like they put 1 or 2 trades on that are heavy in that direction, they capitalize on the breakout, and then they're done. Well, I like to trade in this stuff because this is where majority of your action happens majority of the time, and then catch these when they happen, right? So you see how when we traded this, we were extremely light. We were really light, but we made 2% being light, right? And if we were heavy, this would have hurt a lot worse, because the reason why we were light is because we anticipated a breakout to happen, and we just didn't want to be on the wrong side of that. And that's why you trade light, is because you truly never know what direction that breakout's going to happen. You have indications and you have indicators and you have guesses, really your best guess, but you truly never know, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it's coming up into the action point here.
So that's where we kind of want to decide if we want to watch and see, right? See where the candle.
Hold on, you want to be quick to close out of everything if it comes up there and stalls, and then probably get into some sells.
So what would you call a stall? How long would you
where it comes up and stops?
so right there?
So I got out. I'd get out. Go ahead and close everything.
Nice.
And then I'd flip into some shorts here for a price cycle down. So now you're only down 99 bucks.
Yeah.
Now you missed the opportunity to get into
Yeah.
a short. So now I'd sit on my hands. Do you see how that happened really quick?
Yeah.
And if you didn't get out there, you would have missed your opportunity to get out.
Yeah,
And then you should have got into sells for the price down.
gotcha.
And you could have probably made up your $100 right there. Anybody do that?
Yeah.
And this is your action point right here. So if you're in sells and it stalls, like right now, get out.
Get out.
So would I buy right now then?
Maybe I would wait just a
Maybe.
little bit more on this candle because this candle went back up. But yeah, you could have.
Yeah.
And I just made another $100 there, so that's not bad. I'm not trading. I'm not like trading or normal trading. I'm just like, if I see a great opportunity, I'll jump in on it. So I stacked my buys on, got out here, and I didn't throw sells on because I was talking about it. But between here and here, I made like $100, so not bad. All right, so here, if you did get into buys, that's what I think we're going to get 100% retracement, meaning that I think it's going to come down and touch this before we get the consolidation. So that's because I'm again off that fib move. We have definitely crossed that 61.8. I just say it's 62%. We've crossed it. So that usually says it's going to go 100%. Right. So I expect it to come down and touch this 100% move. Right there.
So I should be putting sells on?
No, because they don't, it's price cycle. This is the end of the price cycle. And so if you want to put sells on, you need to have it come up into here or right where that touch that and return. Because you need to have enough room between the bottom of this and where you enter in order, because this is your action point. Does that make sense? So if you put a sell on, there's not enough room to take profit. This is still your action point. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
I expect it to cross through, and it's tested a couple different times. And so the best thing for us right now is for us to get a candle that pops up to right here and throw sells on. But you see how it's tested 1, 2, this is the third test. Now it's breaking.
So if it breaks through, then I would put some sells on.
Still no. Because again, this
You're
is your
hoping,
action
right?
point. You have to make sure you have enough profit between here and here in order to do that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's not a very big run. Or is it? I have to measure the candle. I guess it is. That's 5 pips. So our best bet is for it to bounce up here and start stacking.
Hmm.
If we get a little bit of a bounce, then I would put some sells on. We still don't really have a confirmation, but yeah, go ahead and throw a sell on because it did cross with the body. But if it goes higher, go ahead and throw another one on. Let's go. Yeah, put another one on, Andrew. And we'll ride it all the way down. If it decides to come all the way down here, we'll ride it all the way down to there. And then that's our action point. But if it does pop up, we'll just throw some more sells on.
Where was I at starting? 56?
You started 56, 55.
All right, so we're in the money.
Good.
57.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, would I wait for this candle to close before throwing those
Oh.
sells on?
No, throw some sells on.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it pops up, I know Andrew, you're just waiting for me to tell you what to do, but if it pops up, throw some cells on.
Now that second level, obviously I wanted to go a little bit, place a little more of like 4 trades as opposed to just like 2, right?
Right.
That's where I messed up.
Because if it does decide to price cycle all the way up to here, we're going to get rid of these trades at a break even or even a loss. And so that's why we want to put more. That was good, Andrew. That was really good. That's what I like to see. I don't have to tell you. You start seeing it, so you do it.
We gotta get going.
Okay, sounds good. You should probably call it too, but so yeah, we're 20 minutes over the hour that we wanted to trade, but
Wait, just waiting for it to touch that new support, right?
right. So that's what I would do is let's just set it up real. I would kind of watch it to see if it's going to come down to here. I would probably sell. I'd keep selling all the way up to here. If it does break this, then if it does break this, I'd wait for it to come back down into here and then close out of your sells. But you could sell up to here, or you could flip into buys and ride it all the way back up to the top. But this is your major, if it crosses this point right here, it could go all the way up to the top. So the decision is it going to come down here or not? Here's your action point. So if you want to as well, throw a few more. If it comes up to here, throw a few more cells on so that if you get out of these guys right here, they're basically breaking even. So if it touches this, if it touches this and does not break, it's probably going to run higher. So it should break, but if it doesn't, it means that it will run higher. So that's what I'm saying. This is your action point. So if you have enough on to cover to make money here, that's what I always do.
Nice. All right, I'll let you know. how it
Okay.
goes. All right,
Sounds good.
thanks,
Good luck
guys.
too.
See ya,
Good.
Jimmy.
See
Bye.
you. Bye, Ernest.
I think we'll call it. So same time tomorrow, same bad channel. Just let us know how you guys are doing in Discord or how those trades happened. Okay.
Great.
All right, guys. We will see you on the flip side. Thanks.